Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Now, I resolved the sound issue. Actually had to do it with the iPad. For some reason, in the settings, you have to do this, which is really, really weird. You have to hit lock rotation, because if you're on mute, it doesn't work. Very, very strange. Anyways, let's head on to the next case. The Hiraoka case. Alright, Reddington has a matter abroad that he believes warrants our involvement. I'd like you and Agent Keene to head this investigation. She and Reddington are waiting at the airport. Agent, trust me when I say that I won't rest until we find the person responsible for Taurus's death, but as you were her partner, I think you need some time away from DC to clear your head. I hope you brushed up on your Japanese, because we're off to Toshima Island, where a man named Yukio Hiraoka, a dear friend and the finest smuggler east of the Prime Meridian, was found dead. In order to paint a complete picture of our current matter, we need you to rewind to the year 1527, when two Ronin traveled to Toshima to seek revenge against a daimyo who'd killed their master. The Ronin caught their quarry unprotected, but before they attacked, one of the Ronin, Hiraoka, drove his sword through his partner, betraying him for a place in the daimyo's court. The dying Ronin cursed Hiraoka, praying that the fruits of his labors would not rot on the vine. Though Hiraoka initially flourished, eventually the gods would heed the dead fighter's call. Hiraoka died before he turned 50, as have all of his male descendants for the past 500 years, up to and including our dearly departed Yukio. So, what? You're taking us on a ghost hunt? On the contrary, Lizzie, I think there's a more corporeal culprit we're looking for. Somebody used this curse as cover to damage my business interests, and I intend to find out who. Interesting. Alright, we'll check out the military base. Let's see, make sure that yep, got that all. If it's not coming, I'll come back. Oh, there it is. Nice. Hiraoka's body was found near these World War II ruins. His remains were too badly burnt to be of much use, but perhaps his killer left something behind. Yes, I'm hearing it now. I love it. That's not the symbol. What is the symbol then? What's a kanji symbol? Ah, there we go. Okay. There you go. Bazooka is right there. Motorcycle, shell casings, and then the balloon. And now I'm best. Hotel room keycard. Well, maybe Hiraoka stayed there before his death. Or maybe this belongs to the person who killed him. Let's figure out where it came from. A pile of shell casings. These could be just left over from the fighting during World War II. But it's at least worth making sure. And this burn mark is interesting. Almost looks like a letter of some kind. Maybe our killer is trying to send us a message. Let's upload it to ARAM and find out what it is. Excellent work. Now let's make haste before the authorities find out we're moving in on their case. I'm still an internationally wanted criminal, after all. That's why we like you so much. More cases, man. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to grab some stars, and I'll be back. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, we're back. Let's finish this analysis. I took a look at the symbol you uploaded. Even though it looks like a letter, it's not part of the modern Japanese alphabet. The only thing I could find on it is pretty strange. I found mention of the symbol on an occult forum in certain Shinto legends. It's a symbol implying the presence of a ghost, specifically a vengeful one. All I can say for sure is that your killer has knowledge of obscure demonology, unless Reddington is chasing you actual ghosts. I'll let you know if I find anything else. When I was taking a close look at that symbol, it smelled distinctly of lighter fluid, which I don't think ghosts usually need to use when leaving occult symbols. Reddington is right. Somebody's gone to great lengths to try and convince us that Yukio Hiraoka was killed by a family curse. We just need to find out who. It's true. So I got a lot of stars. We can, alright, so we got the star. Oh. There we go. Good work, Agent. This keycard came from a hotel located in one of Tokyo's infamous nightlife districts. It's the kind of place that usually rents rooms by the hour. We should visit the hotel and see if anyone checked in on their way to an island getaway. Alright. Do our masterful guessing game. Oh. Still 7. Well, 3 of these casings are leftovers when the island was a battle site in World War II, but one of them looks like it was fired much more recently. A bullet isn't usually the way ancient curses chooses to manifest. I'm guessing that somebody buried the body to cover up the gunshot wound. Let's see if we can determine what gun fired this bullet. It could lead us to our trigger man. I had an associate take a look at the shell casings you gave me, and it had markings consistent with a weapon that police determined had been used in a murder in California last year. The case didn't go to trial after the gun was stolen from the police evidence room. It seems that whoever murdered Hiraoka has ties to American crime. So far, I haven't been able to determine the identity of the person who stole the gun, but I'll keep searching. As much as I like to believe there's an ancient Japanese ghost with a penchant for lighter fluid and American handguns, I think it's clear that my initial suspicions were correct. Somebody had Hiraoka murdered, and since he was one of the most discreet and reliable shippers of illicit goods in the business, I'm guessing our killer's interests lie there. As competent as I find all of you, I believe it's time we turn to some local assistance. It's time for you and Agent Keen to meet a dear friend in the Japanese intelligence agency. Her name is Sakura Endo. She has many connections across Japan and will be able to access information that would require a bit more finesse on your part. Sweet. Endo-san, sorry to hear about your grandmother. She made the best fushigiri I'd have ever had. Her passing was a blow to my heart and my taste buds. Raymond, how many times I wished her knife had made a bad cut and accidentally poisoned you? Oh, come on. Are you still mad at me about that time in Hokkaido? Who bets $1 million on a single hand of blackjack? Blame that on the sake, not me, dear friend. Well, you're the one who bought the sake and the beer and the 2 bottles of scotch. Well, you have me there, but you hit on a hard 18. That's on you. So it is, but I do not believe you're here for more games of chance. I have heard reports of a plane matching your taste visiting some of our historical islands. As always, your intelligence is spot on. It appears that the old Hiraoka family curse has claimed this generation's victim, but I have my suspicions that somebody is hurrying it along. Intriguing, and let me guess, you're hoping I'll put all the resources of Japanese law enforcement at your disposal to aid in this investigation? That sort of perception is why you're a top investigator, Endo-san. Sakura has agreed to accompany you and Agent Keen to the hotel. I suggest the 2 of you make haste and get there before some overly energetic maid destroys the last shreds of any lingering evidence. The Vice Hotel. Our investigation indicates that somebody tied to the murder recently stayed at this hotel. If we're lucky, they'll have left something behind that will tell us who they are. I checked with the front desk. This room has only been rented to one person in the last month. They registered as Hideo Snake, which is clearly a false name. So whoever dropped the room key was likely the last person who stayed here. Hopefully they left us some solid evidence. Let's take a look around and see what we can find. Let's see, so food tray, apple, film, lapel pin. Is that that? Yep. Ooh, so close. Well, room service tray. They left a credit card receipt behind. We should run the numbers and find out who the card belongs to. And good for finding this camera film. It's been damaged, but if we can reconstruct it, we can find out what the occupant of this room was interested in. And the lapel pin. Looks like it belongs to some sort of company. Let's figure out if it has any significance. I can use our local lab to help you analyze this evidence so we can figure out who it was staying in this hotel room. Thank you. That's helpful. Okay, so one of these. I can never do that one very well. Nice work putting this film back together, Agent. It appears to be photos of two people, and based on how they are exposed, I'm guessing these were supposed to remain private. Pictures like this are perfect blackmail material, so we need to figure out who this is. Let's reach out to ARAM and see if we can use the FBI database to identify the man in this photo. Alright, so those are all 1 hour. I'm going to grab some stars and I'll be right back. This has been Pitching A88. Over and out.